Happy 2025. So we have entered a new year, and I know we've talked a lot about quitting, and this time of year where a lot of us are trying to declutter, what's not working and keep what is working. But in light of all of that, I know you've heard me say in my previous video, if this is my first time, if this is your first time hearing me speak, thank you for joining me tonight or today. Thank you for being part of my community. And I hope that you would subscribe today. And if you have heard me before and you haven't subscribed yet, just know that I intend on dropping videos every day. If not every day, every other day. But for the most part, I've consistently dropped it, every day. So hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell also, so that anytime I drop a video, you will get informed on what's new. This is the time of year where we are getting used to a new program, new year, new season. If you've landed a new job, congratulations. You're now getting used to a new job, new environment, new boss, new employees, and new coworkers. And maybe you're in school, you're going to a new school. Maybe you're returning to school if you are a student. And like I said, I'm also talking to adults also when I talk about students, because, we always go, we could go back, get our doctorate, get our bachelor or whatever, which is very good. I definitely push further in your education. So that's an amazing thing. So when I say students, or maybe you're going to school, I'm talking to an adult, and that's a great thing. This is a great time to go back to school and further your education. So there's so many new things that we're doing in this season. And I like to say that it's okay for us to be in an environment or be on a job or be pursuing a degree and doing whatever. I was telling one of my mentees earlier that wherever you go, you're going to encounter difficult people, hard people. You're going to meet some people that make you want to really reconsider having the job or being at that school or being in that relationship, etc. The point is that wherever we go, we're going to encounter difficult people. And why do you think conflicts arise when we're around certain people that just gets on our nerves? Usually because the conflict is not so much a bad thing. Conflict is not so much a bad thing. It actually highlights the differences. So if you're a type A personality and somebody's a type B personality or whatever the case is, there's going to be a conflict because we see things differently. And that's okay. If we are looking at things differently, it doesn't mean that something's wrong with her, something's wrong with him, something's wrong with me. It just highlights in our community where our differences lies. Everybody has been brought up, in a different place, been raised by different people, have different values, different customs, different beliefs, and whatever. You put all of that in a pot, and of course you're going to get what we call in the islands a kalaloo, which is a type of soup where it's a conglomerate of so many different things. But when you eat it, it's pretty good. To me, it's pretty good. So when you put a group of people in a room and everybody has different opinions, different, voice, different, complexion, different personality, everybody is so different. But what if we were to just pay attention more so to the positive than the negative? Maybe you're saying, oh my God, I am so sick and tired of this boss. I'm so sick and tired of my coworker. I'm so sick and tired of my fellow students that I have to get on a team with to do our projects and do a paper or do an assignment. I am so sick and tired of my neighbor. I'm so sick and tired of mom, dad. I'm so sick and tired of my brothers and sisters. I'm so sick and tired of family. I'm just gonna, block them or whatever. I'm so sick and tired of this. I'm so sick and tired of that. I just want to get out of this state and just go to a different country. But guess what? As I was telling my mentee earlier, you're going to go to another country and you're going to meet the same kind of person that you absolutely hate. And that you said, I just want to get away from this person, get away from this job. You're going to end up quitting that job, going to another job, and you're going to meet the same kind of personality, but in a different person, in a different shape, with a different name. It's going to be like that person followed you from that job to another job, but in a different form. That's how the universe is. Because like I said in my previous videos, what we think about the most is what we attract. And also when we don't resolve issues with people and those issues go, those issues are unresolved and causes us to not forgive them, not want to see them ever again. It wants us to block them, not want to have to talk to them ever again. So we end up leaving that job on a sour note, on a bad note, whether we just quit. And that's another thing. I'm going to talk about that in another video. We always want to make sure, and this is not always the case, but if we do have to, for some reason, resign, we always want to do so gracefully, because you never, ever know if you have to go back to a job. And of course, if you leave and you just quit without giving a 2 weeks notice, or you just quit without telling your boss what was going on, or you just quit because you just got sick and tired of the environment, sick and tired of the drama, sick and tired, and you just didn't go back to work one day ever, and you just text your boss and say, I'm never coming back. These are examples of things that we don't want to do, because it's not quitting, it's not resigning or quitting gracefully. You're just abandoning your posts, and God knows what your boss is going to have to go through to try to cover you in your absence. But the point is, I'm trying to make is that this is a year that we don't want to just give up because things are hard, because things are going to get uncomfortable in a lot of places in our lives, because God is trying to get your attention. And it's not so much that your problem or the people that you hate or the people you work with or you're in school with or whatever is a problem. It just means that, when a conflict arises, it just means that God is trying to amplify something. He's trying to show you something that you're not quite aware of, that he wants to unpack with you, if that makes sense. He wants to unpack that bag with you. So that's why when you're going through things, it's always good to pray and ask the Lord, okay, Lord, what are you trying to tell me here? What are you trying to show me here? What is the lesson here? And then it's a situation where, the word of God says that vengeance is the Lord's, not ours. So if someone misuses us, does wrong to us or whatever, I'm not saying that you should just be a doormat. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you should take it to the Lord in prayer, and you should definitely, like I said, not just praying, but I believe, because I've worked for HR before, I've worked in a corporate environment before, I've been a teacher, etc. I've had a lot of jobs in my life, especially corporate. And what I've learned is that it's always good to talk to your boss about what's going on. So if there's something on the job that is putting your safety at risk, definitely I believe in you talking to your boss one-on-one and backing that up with an email. Send an email based on what we spoke today. I talked to you about blah, 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 blah. Such and such keeps harassing me, or whatever the case is. Sexual harassment, whatever, threats, whatever you do, same sex or opposite sex, it don't matter. Once you're being harassed, that is something you need to report immediately. So if you talk to your boss, nothing is done, definitely follow up with an email. Nothing is done. You follow back up with your boss about that. I would take it a step further, and take that to HR and report it, escalate it. If it's a situation with your boss, definitely, of course, you're not going to talk to you. Well, of course, definitely tell the boss what they're doing, he or she is doing, that is bothering you, that is concerning to you, that is affecting your performance on the job. You don't want to just be like a complainer. You want to say, well, I noticed that my performance on the job and me being able to do my work is being affected because of the fact that when you do this, it makes me feel this way. Okay? And then, like I said, you always want to put things in writing. Even if you talk face to face, put it in writing. Based on our conversation today, we discussed blah, 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 blah. And then you definitely want to talk to the boss about what occurred. Like I said, talk to them about what occurred, but definitely escalate it. You always want to escalate it to HR. When you meet with HR, you don't have to tell other people what you're doing or what is happening. Report it to HR, have a closed door meeting with whoever the HR professional is, and they're required to keep it confidential. Okay? Whatever is going on, they're required. That's the job of HR. If something leaks, that is a whole nother video. That's a whole nother thing. But definitely, I always tell people who complain and say, oh, I'm ready to leave this job or whatever, I'm going to quit, I'm going to quit. Don't quit, right? Whatever it is that is going on, you want to put a light on it. Okay, like I said, if it's with the boss, you want to escalate, you want to discuss it with them. When you do this, this is making me feel uncomfortable, and that is in return affecting my job performance, which is going to make it difficult for me to stay here and do the job. And definitely if they say, if they end up saying, I totally understand, if it changes over time, a week or two or a couple of days, of course, you don't have to address it again. But if it's a situation where, if it's a situation where nothing changes, then you definitely want to take it up to HR, have a closed door meeting with them, and then they will deal with, reporting it and all of that good stuff. I just wanted to leave a quick word. I know I'm running out of time. I just wanted to say, if you're on a job and you're having a difficult time and you are uncomfortable, you're in a conflict with a coworker, with a boss or whatever, you definitely want to be still. I know that's difficult to hear, but you want to be still. And the easiest thing to do is to fly, to do the flight. Get away and quit, and then just get another job and hope and pray that it won't happen again. But guess what? You're going to meet the same type of boss, same type of a coworker, same type of fellow student in another environment, and then you're going to have a situation again on your hand. My point is, it's good to talk to someone, a counselor, a mentor, someone that can keep this confidential apart from the environment that you're in. Kind of get some suggestions and kind of see what, how you can go about dealing with this. But don't quit. Do what you have to do to try to resolve it. And then, take the step. If that doesn't work, then you can take the step and resign. But this is a year in 2025. I hear the Lord saying that he's going to help us to get through the fire. He's going to put us in the fire and we're going to get through the other side. Because he's going to have to burn up the impurities that are in us. Those attitudes and those habits that we have, he wants to put a light on those things. And when you get a flashlight and you put a light on something, it magnifies it. So that's why there's certain situations that are magnified. And then you just want to get out of it and then get back to peace. But God is saying, don't run away from it, because that's me trying to bring light to something inside of you and inside of that person that might be different, but it doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that we have differences And it just means that in that fire, we have to be able to compromise, have a discussion, uncomfortable discussions, and say, okay, when you did this or when you said this, it made me feel uncomfortable. Is that something that you do in your culture? Help me to understand. Why did you do that? Because it made me feel this way. It's in the way you word it. I'm going to make another video to follow up with this, because we're going to talk a lot about, resigning, quitting, relationships, jobs, school, whatever. Because I think that in our society, we're quick to quit and leave things and environments. But I feel in 2025, God is saying, I want you to stay put, and I will resolve whatever needs to resolve on your behalf. And I'm also teaching you something in that predicament or in that situation or in that environment. So we want to be sure not to abort what God is trying to do in and through us. We want to pass the test. Sometimes passing the test just means showing up and being still. It just means pressing through the fire, right? Pressing through. It's good to have, like I said, a friend, a mentor, a counselor, someone that can press through with us, so that we have someone to vent to when we're having a bad day, or when we just need someone to talk to. Not at work, not in that environment, but someone on the outside that can help us through what we're going through. But just know that you're not alone, okay? And feel free to comment below, because I check my comments daily. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts about this video. Does it strike a chord with you? Did it resonate with you? Do you know someone that's going through this? Is this you? Is this someone else? And if you have gone through this or are going through this right now, how are you getting through it? How is it, do you have any other tips that I have not mentioned that might work? And definitely, like I said, I am building my community of healers and people who just want to go through a healing and have each other's back and get through the trials and the tribulations that we go through together. And to do that, I want to build my subscriber community. So if you haven't already, subscribe today, and I will notify you anytime I have a new video that's dropping. It is late at night tonight, which is why my eyes are kind of red, but I try to make a new video every day, because that's my way of connecting with you guys and building relationships. And I kind of feel like we're building a community together. We're kind of holding each other accountable and having each other's back. And so I just want to thank you for watching this video. Thank you for being in my corner. I'm in your corner. Know that you're not alone. I am here with you. And I am just sharing my stories with you, hoping that it will make an impact or be a blessing in some way. And I absolutely love YouTube. So thank you for joining my community. And thank you for being part of this community. And please subscribe below, because I also want to be partnering with you as well. Click the notification bell. And until tomorrow, and until the next video, be blessed, stay safe, and know that whatever you're going through, you're going to make it. Okay? Do not quit. I don't care how hard it is. Do not quit. If you need advice, or if you have questions and you just have some concerns or thoughts or whatever the case is, put your thoughts in the chat below. I would love to hear what you're thinking, what you're feeling. And until next time, you guys be safe, be blessed. Know that God is with you. You are not alone. And know that God has your back, okay? And hey, you don't have to fight through this. God said vengeance is his. He will repay for you, okay? So whatever people are doing, that is making you feel uncomfortable, like I said, take it to the Lord in prayer. Talk to someone about it, and you're going to get through this one way or another, okay? Have an amazing day. Good to see you. And until next time, take care, all right? Be blessed. Bye.